What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Clicking on this right now, we are saying to ourselves, what is the plan for April 2023? PSA just came out, $16 per card for collectors members. The only way we can do this, and these videos are necessary. They're necessary, whether you're watching mine or someone else's. Hey, man, I want you to watch mine, don't get me wrong, but I really don't care. We're all in this together, okay? Let's develop a plan. We can't just blindly send stuff to grading companies. We get a little territorial about our grading companies. What makes sense, dollars and cents? Okay, PSA now $16 per card on 2022 and 2023 cards. That is exactly what we are going to narrow this down to. This entire video is 2022 and 2023 sports cards. Where do you send them within the declared value? That is what this video is, okay? A lot of you guys are opening product. People, loving the hobby right now, hating it, whatever it is. Hobby boxes have come down a little bit, maybe a little more affordable for people. What do? We hit something numbered. We hit a cool refractor. We don't collect the guys, so we kind of want to maximize our ROI, not to get too, financial terms and what should be a hobby and collect whatever the hell you want, okay? But we have to have these videos. We have to say to ourselves, where do we send these things? So in PSA, it's not just $16 a card. I want you to also add the $99 annual membership, and we're going to break this whole thing down later in the video. You are going to leave after this video knowing exactly where to send these types of cards. SGC, we've seen this before, and again, you can get this all from the website. Declared value, the whole thing, business days turnaround. We know why people are sending their stuff to SGC. We know why they're sending it to CSG. Okay, the turnaround times for everyone have gotten better. It's no longer COVID 2020. There's no more lockdowns and everything else. Okay, this comes down to turnaround time and how much money it's going to cost you to grade your card that you want to kind of flip. All right, you bought a $30 blaster and you pulled a card that roars maybe like 25, 40 bucks. And you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at a 9 or a 10. Where do I send it? It's a 2022, 2023 card. All right. Also, don't forget to look at the shipping prices, but you could honestly throw that in with everything. If we're going to nickel and dime every single thing you send out, then this probably isn't for you. Okay. Or again, hopefully you're just doing it for a hobby. We are not going to forget about CSG. Now, we're not looking at walkthrough, even though that's what you're seeing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're doing a walkthrough for CSG, you are a complete psychopath. And I kind of love it. All right. You're the guy who's going to tell me, or the girl who's going to tell me that, their slabs are the cleanest and they shine and you're Windexing them and wiping them down. I don't know. You kind of scare me a little bit. I think you have like skeletons under the closet. There might be a trailer of bodies in your backyard. I don't know. Okay. But if you're doing a walkthrough for CSG, yo, listen, I don't even know. I'm kind of scared, kind of respect it. It's a little nuts for me. That is not me. Okay. I'm just showing the walkthrough because I had to talk about it. It's just a little nuts. Obviously, we're not talking walkthrough. In this video, what we are talking about is this. Economy and bulk. Okay. Max value per card, fee per card, 15 bucks. When we do these calculations to make it as cost efficient for 2022, 2023, trying our best to do apples and oranges, we are going to be using the bulk pricing later in the video. Okay, turnaround time is still great. All right, and I really do believe that a lot of people, for grading, if you're grading the flip and sell your card, a lot of people just want the card back quicker. And I understand, but here listen, I don't mean to be a jerk, okay? Only a few people watching, but this is what you need to look at, okay? You need to do this all the time. You need to go on eBay and you need to look at sold comps, not listings, sold comps. We know this by now, right? Now you're looking at April 19th. The numbers I'm going to show you later on were based on all the numbers, all the sold comps for April 14th, because that's when I started getting the data. All right, and you can do this for any day. I challenge anyone to do this for any day and tell me my numbers are completely off or another company is selling more, 100%. And some people, like I said, get territorial, okay? This is what I've done for this video. I've looked at sold comps for PSA 9s. We know they don't hand out the 9.5. We've gone through, check out past videos. If you do, I appreciate it. If you like what you see in the whole thing, appreciate it. Okay, this is just my little part in the hobby. try to make some videos about stuff that's on my mind, hoping to help people. But what we're doing here is we're going to the nitty gritty. We're saying PSA 9s versus SGC 9s and 9.5s and CSG 9s and 9.5s. Okay, so I'm giving SGC the whole range, 9s and 9.5s. And I'm giving CSG the same thing. PSA, we're just doing 9s. Okay? We're just doing 9s. And I think you guys understand why, right? You can't expect everything to be a PSA 10. If you're new to grading, oh my God, I saw this PSA 10 go for, $1,200. Yeah, that's not your card, okay? It's off-centered, all right? You dropped it 500 times before you top-loaded it, okay? You're not looking at different angles under lights. There's scratches across it. Looks like a cat got to it. You're not getting a 10, okay? And go back to the videos of when we evaluated cards and how we do this. There's a lot of prep work before you just blindly send stuff in. And I hope you guys are doing that. I know the guys who've been doing this for a long time have been. Continue to do that, as tedious as it could be. We all get very excited to send stuff in and get it back, especially when the turnaround time is getting better. And the turnaround time is better for a lot of people, okay, and for a lot of different companies. But you have to understand, we can't just blindly send stuff in, get a bill of $400 or $500 to these grading companies, and all we have is a bunch of paperweights. It doesn't make sense, okay, with all due respect. And I've always said it's a hobby first. If you love CSG, you want your favorite cards and CSG holders, do it. BGS, do it. We're not doing BGS in this video, okay? We're focusing on these three for price-wise and also for liquidity, okay? Which, again, we talk about a lot when we do these types of videos. Am I sitting on a bunch of paperweights? Did I spend $500, okay, $400, $300, $200, maybe even more on a stack of cards to get graded just so they can sit in a box somewhere? Now, if you're doing it to collect your favorite guys, yeah, absolutely, guys. Hobby first, like I just said. But if we're doing this to actually kind of sell something, even if you're making $20, $30, don't get caught up in these guys who are everywhere making thousands of dollars. That's awesome. I wish that was all of us, but it's not really reality. That's why they do it on a YouTube short or on a video, okay? Because they need to sell. They hit that card for $1,000. They know you're going to click on it. I'm talking about the regular card, the $20, $30, $10. You pull an Adley Rushman numbered card right now. Where are you sending it? What are you doing with that? You start pulling Kenny Pickett stuff or whatever from last year's what are you doing with that? Where do you send it? Okay? Now, some people will just say, hey, I always send my stuff here. But, hey, we got to break some numbers down. Okay? And as I continue to talk, this is what you're going to see in a few seconds. We are going to break down, like I said earlier, liquidity, PSA 9s, okay, versus those other two companies. And here we go. Based on 4/14/23 eBay sales, here's some information. Facts. CSG 9 and 9.5s, 103 sold cards on April 14th. SGC 9 and 9.5s, 299 sold. This is combined, everybody. PSA 9s, you ready? 2,945 cards sold. Now, some of you are going to click off. He's a PSA homer. Joe's a PSA homer. I don't care. I hate all the companies. I hate them all and love them all equally. But I continue to see people who I like in the hobby, okay, get frustrated that they can't sell their slabs. Or why isn't stuff selling? The hobby's dead. It's not dead, okay? You're not the only one with that card. If I'm right now as a Met fan looking for a Brett Beatty Bowman first, okay, I'm buying the PSA 9. I'm not buying the SGC 9. Unless it is strictly for my PC. And if it's for my PC as a Met fan, then I don't really care. But let's be honest with each other. We're doing the mental gymnastics and saying, well, what if I want to buy two and then I want to flip one? You still have to go with PSA, okay? Those numbers are not even close. You have to accept that. You might hate PSA, okay? And you might be thinking to yourself like, listen, I continue to send a PSA and the PSA wheel sends back random stuff. I get it. I completely get it. It's annoying. It's frustrating. But with all that being said, if you look back at the previous videos and do your due diligence on what to grade, how to grade, what's it going to cost, right now PSA with the specials is offering us something pretty decent. Okay, and this again is just for the card. You pull a Justin Fields, whatever, okay, and you hate the Bears, you're a Packers fan, but you're like, yo, you know what, I don't want to give this card away. Maybe I grade it, maybe I make a few bucks, or at least break even on maybe the product you bought it from or whatever. Why shouldn't you be allowed to do that? Don't blindly send stuff in and then blame the hobby. So we're doing everything based on a 25 card submission for 2022 and 2023 cards. CSG is $12 a card. It's going to cost you $300 back in 20 days. SGC, $20 a card, $500, 10 days. PSA is going to cost you $16 a card, $400 plus the $99 for Collectors Club, 40 days. It's not even close. It's not even close. And I say that with all due respect to the other grading companies. They all have their flaws. They all have their flaws. So what do we do? I am pleading with you. I don't care if one person watches a video. I mean, well, I care. I hope more than one. But whether it's 1 or 100, if you are sitting right now at a 2022-2023 football card, it is April. Send it to PSA. I am not allowing you to send it to SGC or CSG. If I know who you are, I am coming to your house and kicking your dog in the face. If you send it to SGC or CSG. No, I'm kidding. I like dogs. Don't do that. Don't do that. I like dogs. Okay? Your cat, maybe. I might boot that cat to the other side of the property, to be honest with you. No, but listen, okay? All right, I'm going to get complaints about animals. You have to send your football cards to PSA if you're grading them. Have to. If it clicks and reaches all the criteria that I've sent in other videos, it doesn't make any other sense. You're going to pre-grade. You're going to look at the price for the sold comp of the PSA 9. If there are no comps, you're going to use your brain. You're smart people. And you're going to say, what is this on average? What does this look like? What's the numbered card going for? Whatever you're doing. Football goes to PSA. Baseball, listen, baseball, some people like the tucks, whatever. Again, I'm talking straight liquidity. Everything goes to PSA right now. The only difference is for PC. Baseball, listen, we know what those days look like. 40 days, my ass. Okay, it may take PSA 3 months. You got to be a little smart with baseball stuff right now. Okay, because if you're prospecting, then send it. But if you got like some Pete Alonso thing you want to do right now because he's hot, or an Aaron Judge or whatever, and you want to try and flip that, you might not get that thing back till August, September. Baseball, send the guys in, and again, not PC stuff, send the guys in who you think are on good teams that are going to make the playoffs, get it back for a playoff run. But other than baseball, okay, football specifically has to go to PSA. Okay, that's my rant on everything. That is actual data and facts. Good luck, everybody. Peace.